Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing video series videos I would do for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I am super excited for this because I haven't had this particular food item. Well, this one specifically ever, but even in its form, in probably a couple years now. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Killer's Confession shirt, AKC. Which, if you're unfamiliar with AKC, they are a band that is probably, at least at a glance, most noteworthy for the fact that the lead singer, this gentleman right here, named Waylon, he'd previously been the long-serving member, one of the lead singers in the band Mushroomhead. Probably close to 10 years ago now, which makes me feel so fucking old. He had a falling out with the band. He decided, he was going to keep doing music, keep doing his thing. So he went over there and he formed Killer's Confession. And for, again, probably about 10 years now, they've put out multiple albums. They've been touring basically nonstop. And they fucking kick ass. Like, any Mushroomhead association aside, whether you're on one side or the other, I like Mushroomhead, but on either end of that, they just kick ass by themselves. And, like, watching them evolve as the years have gone by, so cool. To that end, obviously I have some merch. I also have videos of performances of theirs that I've attended over the past few years. Those videos are on this channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. I'm just saying. Maybe you like music stuff too. But, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, it is, boom, that's just a container. Boom, it's this. What is this? This is a sushi fucking burrito. Yes. I love a sushi burrito, but there was a sushi burrito place, maybe about like, a little bit of a trek from me. One of my favorite places to eat in all of Illinois. Sadly, a couple years ago, they decided to close their doors. I hadn't been able to get one, but turns out that they have a poke burrito, that's the name of the establishment, in Elmhurst, Illinois. And I was like, it's not the spot I'm used to, but now I looked it up, and as far as I can tell, Poke Burrito, it is a chain, but I think it's an Illinois chain. So with that being the case, this is going to end up in my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist where I just kind of, spotlight Illinois locations. What specifically is this one, by the way? Because you can get it as a poke bowl or you can get it as a burrito. This is their Jimmy's Creation, which consists of salmon, tuna, avocado, cucumber, edamame, seaweed salad, green onion, sweet onion, crunchy onion, 3 types of onion, tobacco, I don't know what that is, pineapple, sesame seed, mandarin orange, ginger, and House Jimmy's special sauce. Woo! I love a sushi burrito so much. Oh boy, it is wet. Okay. Not used to sushi burritos usually being quite so wet, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Oh wow, okay. Jesus. Okay. Well, they unfortunately I'm gonna have to dock a couple points because they really didn't wrap it. They just they put it more in an actual burrito. Alright, well, okay. Jesus, man, you gotta wrap these things, folks. I appreciate that they got a lot of stuff in there, but I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. But man, is that sloppy. Okay. Alright, well, appearances being what they are. Man, oh man, it's so sloppy. Alright, let's try to... Sorry, man, wasn't expecting this to be... Alright, let's give it a go. Jesus. Oh. That's a good sushi burrito. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty damn sexy. Oh. There's so many textures and flavors. So that's the thing. I mean, look, typically speaking, and like, sushi burritos can vary as far as, the components, how it's constructed. Some of them are a little bit more basic. A lot of them, they try to go a little bit crazier with it. Because, again, they kind of run it. It's basically sort of the same idea of like a poke bowl, just put it into a sushi burrito. Which I have to admit was one of the things I really liked about the place. I sadly can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, that I used to go, because they were a sushi burrito place. That was what they did. They did not make poke bowls. They did not do anything else. Sushi burritos were their game. So, but this is still super tasty. I'm not huge on the way it's constructed. Again, I really do have to kind of, because it's really hard to handle. But the whole point of having it as a burrito format is that it's partially handheld. But that is super good. You get so many different flavors and textures. Like, this is definitely one of those things. I mean, if you're like a straight sushi fan, and you just like the classic style sushi, this isn't going to be for you, because this is ridiculous. That's what it is. But it's delicious ridiculous. Ridiculous? No. No. I'm going to let that one go, but I'm going to work on it. It is a mixture of, you get the sweetness from the pineapple, which is really nice. I love pineapple. You guys know I love pineapple. Then you get like the texture from the edamame. You get hits of the avocado. Like, everything that it talks about is well represented here, for sure. You get the tuna. You get the salmon, which are nice. If I had any point of contention with it, aside from, again, its construction, it is so much stuff that, like the tuna and the salmon, you do still get them, but they're fighting. They're fighting for position, and they are struggling. The seaweed salad is nice. I know not everybody's going to be into that, but it gives it like this nice, kind of, sort of earthy aspect to the whole thing. It's just, yeah, man, it's every flavor and texture. You've got, sweet, you've got savory, you've got fish, you've got just, it's really good. I can't deny, again, construction-wise, it could have been done a lot better, but in terms of flavor, that is ridiculous. And then you got that house sauce. That's really nice. It kind of permeates throughout the entire experience. That's really good, man. That is proper. I have missed having a sushi burrito, and I'm glad that I made this decision today. But, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. I mean, yeah. Again, for me, I love it because it's just all the stuff. And it could just be a chaotic mess. But at least in my experience, like, when it comes to these type of things, you're allowed a little bit of chaos, And it's just kind of ridiculous, but also just really tasty because you're getting almost a sensory overload. But it somehow manages to come together and not be just, awful. It's a giant hit of flavors. It's really tasty. Again, I'd like, and I don't know, maybe this is just the way they construct it, so I'm not trying to hate on anybody, whatever, but I would like it to be properly wrapped. I think that would have made it a little bit better of an experience for me. But the actual flavor, the eating experience, yeah, man, I would definitely get it again. Now, that said, is it as good as the original spot I used to go to? And the answer is no. It is still proper. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but, again, aside from the construction. But I think in that place's instance, and I wish I'd reviewed them while they were still around. Oh, they were so good. In that place's instance, they benefited from the fact that, again, that's all they did. They were a poke burrito spot. And I think that really played to their strength. Whereas with, or I'm sorry, Sushi Burrito place. With Poke Burrito, they're kind of doing a little bit of everything. You know, they've got the Poke Bowl stuff, they've got the Sushi Burrito stuff, they've also got ramen and boba tea. You know, they're kind of hitting all those sort of general Asian food trends, as it were. But still put together a really super tasty Sushi Burrito. So, to that end, if I'm recommending it, I mean, yeah, man, it's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, obviously, hey, look, if you're not into sushi, and not everybody is, though I will say, in regards to that, try it. Because I've found that a lot of people who are a little bit older than myself, maybe some of the Gen Xers a little bit more than that, a little bit older than that, I guess the boomers. And I'm not hating on generations, but I found that they're still a bit too speculative about the sushi stuff, still kind of like those old prejudices. And at this point in 2024, I mean, if you don't like it, that's fine. But try it. Don't be weirded out by it or anything. It's clearly a proven, method at this point. Like, I don't know. But anyway, I do think this is really tasty. And I think that if you happen to be in that Elmhurst area, and they have a lot of really good food spots there, this is definitely one to go over there, man, because it's a unique experience. It's really tasty. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, spanish rest of your year. Folks, you go over there, have yourselves a truly sushi burrito-tastic rest of your life, because it's too perfect. You got sushi, you got the burrito idea. It's a beautiful thing. It's just, we are the world. 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. Or it's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and bullshit, and sometimes our burritos are hard to eat when they're sushi style. But when we run into those situations in our lives that, again, can just be kind of bullshit, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you have a particular fusion-style food that you're a big fan of. Well, go ahead and hit me up in the comments about it. Let me know, man, because one thing that I really do want to try at some point, and I know that there are spots in Chicago that do it, I want to have a kimchi burrito. Like, I want to do that because, like, the Korean burrito has been a thing for a while now, and I've just never personally run into one. I would love to make that happen. Trust me, if I can make it happen and do a review, I will absolutely do it. But what other stuff is out there? Because I would love to fucking know, man. Just all kinds of delicious stuff. Hit me up in the comments with suggestions and all that stuff. And, or don't even do that. Just enjoy it on your own time. Bye.